Hey guys, all zero of you here. I'm excited to be here with you. We're having a great time. We're making games, game jam games. So I guess I wanted to start this out. I know we have a game to make. We got stuff to do. We got a lot, on our plate here. I'm talking fast because I'm in a rush because I found out about this game jam a little bit late. If you haven't heard, it is the what's it name? Lost Relic Games. Great guy, excellent man. Uh, Superman. Well, okay, off topic here. I really don't want to get started, huh? That's what's going on. I'm gonna show you this little video I saw. I was looking up a game jam to do because I was really bored of making my game, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna try doing a game jam. It's a really interesting topic, and so I thought, well, get it going. So here's just a quick video explaining what it is here. See if you can see me here. Oh, whoops. uh, yep. I gotta find the right one. Is that it? Boop. There we go. We're here. We had a little technical difficulties, but we made it. So let's just watch this video really quick and kind of get up to speed. I'm gonna put out 2x speed just so I can refresh it and think about what's going on.
So we are officially here, guys, 24 hours out from the Lost Relic Games Community Game Jam, and I have a theme reveal for you. Are you ready?
Theme reveal. Connection.
Now, the theme is connection. Now, this is a really cool theme because it can be interpreted in so many different ways, yet it's narrow enough to create some nice creative direction. Connection can mean so many different things depending on how you interpret it. It can be the physical connection between two or more objects, maybe like a rope or a tether or a chain or a magnet, or it can be more abstract, the emotional connection between two characters, or even the connection within a system, the different nodes or components or cogs, or how a system may interact with another system. There's so many different ways to consider it. So before you go jumping into your code editors and opening up Unity, reflect on this theme of connection. Let it ruminate, take some time to plan, because this planning you do now is really going to help you during the week. Trust me. Now, before you run off, I have a few important updates to make around rules and also the prizes. First of all, in relation to rules, I've had a few people reach out wanting to join with unusually large teams. I wasn't expecting this. People wanting to join with teams of 10, 8, 7, 6. Look, this is not a K-pop audition. This is like an indie game jam, and a lot of people are going to be joining with as themselves or maybe with 2 people. So we have to be reasonable to keep it balanced. But I've been forced to draw a hard cutoff at 5. And I think that's very fair. So if your group is larger than 5 people, I encourage you to break that group up into 2 separate groups and have 2 separate submissions. I think that's very reasonable. All right, so let's talk prizes. There's been some updates. We've been lucky enough to get a sponsor for this event, Connect. They make premium Unity assets. Now, they've been generous enough to donate 10 of their vouchers for any of their Unity assets. Now, they've got assets worth over $150, things like that, really premium stuff. So thanks so much, Connect, for doing that. And I've added a link to their assets on the Jam page. So check that out, go to the Jam page, and I've also added them to the prize pool list. So with the prize pool list, there's been some ambiguity around this. So how this works is, winners of the Game Jam across the different categories will win Steam key prizes, and that list of Steam keys on the prize pool link on the Jam page. But furthermore, even if you don't win across those categories, or even if you don't even submit a game, you can still win just by being involved in the Jam as a player. So all you need to do, go to the prize pool link and add your email and hit submit. If you're submitting with a game, add your game name. Now, of course, because the Jam is only starting, you may not have a game name. That's fine. At the end of the Jam, when you do have a game name, go back in and resubmit with your game name.
So what it's without the game name
is it'll give you a better chance of winning. Because I'm going to separate the prize pool into people who submitted games and people who are just playing.
I want to join the prize pool. Oh, I just lost that. All right, my email. All right, take note, guys. Send me some emails. I'm lonely here. All right. Enter the prize pool here. I think he made this website himself. Let's see. Okay, we're getting off topic here. Looks like he did or something. Someone did. All right. He's got a whole theme to his channel. You see that? All right, let's get on to the game jam. So connection. We're doing connection. That's a topic to deal with here. What am I looking at? We're looking at me. We got to be looking at this. So we're here. Got the screen. This is the thumbnail that if you clicked on it, that's. Hopefully it was genius. Honestly, I just was riffing it. I don't know. I like the idea of thumbnails, but I'm not very good at implementation. So we got connection. The big C here. So let's see. We got connection. I'm gonna use my ultimate hard pencil here to write the word connection. That is the theme. Oh. Even with this freaking thing, I can't write. All right, connection. What is connected? Umbilical cords. This is my ideas here. All right, we got umbilical cords. We got dads. We got prisoners are connected to each other by their ankles. It's like Family Feud. Great. Get me, prisoners were connected by their ankles. Bing, bing, bing. All right. We got dads, prisoners by their ankles. We got Physical connections. Let's see. What's a physical connection? We got a chain link fence connected to itself. Maybe we can incorporate all of these together. Let's see. All right. What about prisoners are connected by their umbilical cords, not their ankles? That's pretty interesting. I don't know how that could be a game. I need some viewers in here to give me some free ideas. That's kind of cheating, huh? I'm not going to look at your chat. If you ever even joined. We got chain link fence. That's a connection. What else? What other kinds of connection are there? There's a long distance connections. That's pretty pure here. So we got umbilical cords. We got dads with their sons or daughters. Let's not discriminate here. We got prisoners by their ankles, chain link fence, long distance connections. We have internet connection, high speed. All right. So what if you're like a packet and you're like skating through the internet? You do like flips or something like that Sonic game. You're like grinding on the rails and you gotta like bounce between the rails. I mean, I'm trying to think of something fast because, you know, I don't have all the time in the world. I got a daytime job, nighttime job. I want to make some YouTube content. I'm thinking this is one good idea here. So we got like the internet high speed, kind of like a static shock, but instead of that, you're just riding these rails or internet wires through like some kind of internet space, and you're like boom, boom, maybe dodging like obstacles that come your way. It's like a temple run. See, that's kind of lame. I hate temple run. All right. Let's see. So we got. Let's lower it down here. So we got internet temple run game. We have prisoners connected by umbilical cord. Kind of game where you have to escape prison or something. We have a father and a son. Maybe they're the same person. Maybe connection through time, right? So you got connection through time. I've seen some of those time-based games where like you make it like rewind time. Well, what if you are a little boy in the past? You have to move this rock over here to there. Then you got to go to the future in your time machine. The rock is still there. And maybe it's bigger. Rocks grow. Or a seed. Oh, like a Zelda thing, right? Like a Zelda Ocarina of Time. Time is the connection. So connection through time, kind of something. So now it's the ultimate decision here. We got to make the ultimate decision. Let me open up my YouTube over here, not in this section, over here where you can't see it. We can kind of see what's going on. I need the analytics. We got no one here. So okay, I'm paying too much attention to the wrong things here. Obviously, my thumbnail is probably not a hit. That's what I'm getting from these 0 viewers, 0 views. Let's continue though. All right, so we got a game jam idea here. We're trying to connection through time. I like this idea. I don't really like this idea. I'm in a hurry here. We got a long distance. So some kind of connection through long distances. All right, so let's make one more of these clipboards. That's the wrong size. One more of these clipboards for each of these things. I think that's good. So for the first one, I want to make is connection through time. Make some game ideas here, and we'll kind of pick through them. So connection. Spell through wrong. I can spell, I promise. Through time. The real question is my audio cutting out like it always has been? I can spell, I promise. Through. I'm just going to turn it up. I don't care about any artifacts here. Connection through time. So, something to do with a clock. Basically, you travel between being little kid, old man. Solve puzzles. Maybe like when you're young, there are certain enemies. And when you're old, different enemies. Makes sense to me. Yeah, well, I'll just keep that. So, solve puzzles. Being little kid, old man. When you're young, there are certain enemies. When you're old, there are different enemies. There's got to be a way to go back and forth between it, but what's like the whole game loop? All right, so solving puzzles. All right, you got like a little rock, and you put it over here, but the ledge is way too high. So what you're gonna do is you're going to take this rock and you're gonna put it here. Then you go through time, the rock becomes big, you jump up, and you make it to the door. And that's like a classic, door, enter the door game. That's one idea. All right, that's the connection through time I see. Of course, it's too simple, right? I mean, there's nothing new about it. What's new? Hey, we're making a Game Jam game here. So if you can give me any suggestions, that would be dope. And welcome, by the way. So we got like solve puzzles. But like door thing is so overplayed. Like, what could be a way to go back in time and forward in time? See something cool. Maybe if you right now I'm gonna start with like little cube, big cube, all right? Little cube has to put the where are we trying to go? Where are we trying to go? What's the whole game? Connection through time. We need bum. See. Something cool that would like blow you away. An amazing mechanic. Who knows what it would be here? We'll come back to it. We have no mechanics really, no interesting mechanics on this game yet. What's the next one? The next one would be prisoners connected by umbilical cord. Okay. So one idea I have is like these two prisoners here are connected by their umbilical cord. Okay? And so they have to maybe fight enemies on both sides, like guards or something. Or they're trying to escape prison. That's original. These prisoners are trying to escape prison. They have like an ice climbers like thing. But when you jump up on something, very physics based, I think. You're jumping with rigid bodies, the rigid bodies are bouncing you all around places. Kind of like that game Humans Fall Flat. Humans Fall Flat meets Ice Climbers. Okay, that's an interesting mechanic. Is it good? I don't know. But we can figure that out. So Humans Fall Flat meet Ice Climbers is like a ragdoll game where you have to escape jail. So like, and you have to coordinate with maybe W, A, S, and D is one guy, and left, right, left, up, right, and down are the other guy. So like to get through everything, you're using both hands, and you got to get out of jail. So it's like that running game. So I kind of like this honestly better than time one because it's interesting, it's different. All right, so that's number one now. Got prisoners attached by umbilical cords. The next one was internet temple run is pretty easy. Like that's like if I can't think of something, we'll go to that. Father son. So I think let's iron this out here. So what's the goal of the game? You gotta get out of jail. Does the whole thing take place in a cell? One cell. Okay, what would be difficult, to have to coordinate between pulling these people apart? Take a deep breath. That's the first step. Pulling me apart. What's the most annoying part of that? If you pull too hard, you lose. Pull too hard, you lose. So snap it, you lose. Maybe there's like there's two things on each side that you have to get done. Back and forth. Steal a guard's keys. Policemen. Umbilical cords. Alright, so what is the game though, right? So like they're connected. It's pretty interesting that you have to do that, but what could be fun about it? So I'm just gonna imagine I'm playing this game here. My W and A and D keys here. They're pulling each other apart. I gotta try to get out of jail. How do I get out of jail? First things first. You gotta maybe one climbs on the roof at some point. All right, we're going the wrong way here. Fun game mechanic. What's the core mechanic here? I'll give myself another like 20 minutes or something of it. Thinking. 20 minutes. You guys have to watch this for 20 minutes. Go get yourself some coffee, all 0 of you. Okay. Well, I think maybe it wouldn't take that long to make. Like the basic part. So let's see. We got new. We call it where's my URP? I don't have URP here anymore. Whatever. We'll call it umbilical. All right, so we're going into umbilical cord territory here. Let's see. How do we make an umbilical cord? Is it just a line renderer or something? Make a tether cord. Tether cord unity. Tether cord. Unity. All right, tether cord. Opening this. We got rope physics, and then we just want the rope to snap. I mean, honestly, what do? You just make like you make like a cylinder or something, right? And then you add some bones to it. That would be one way to do it. I think I might do that. I'm trying to think. I guess for now, what would be another way to do that? So let's see. We got opening so many Photoshop windows, probably destroying my processing. So let's say we want to make a rope. Well, we have a bunch of cubes or circles or spheres or something. They all have rigid bodies on them. And they're connected. So this point's connected to this point. This point's connected to this. Basically, where they touch, they're connected. Until it gets too tight, then they split down the middle. How can we say it's too tight? It's pulling them back. Pulling them back. Pulling them back. Then it breaks. Should we do it with just a... You could just do it like a placeholder with like a cube, right? Stretch it out. It will slowly stretch until it can't stretch anymore. Then if you keep trying to stretch it, it breaks into 2 cubes, right? That's kind of the easy way to do it, at least for like a prototype. Let's try that. All right, so we got our game here. Let's see. So window layouts. Let's just go to like a, what was it? New. I'll call it new. I like this layout. So let's do here. Create a plane. Get some stuff going here. Let's create a material for the ground. Create material ground. We'll make it just that won't be the same color as anything else. Chip brown. Sounds good. Let's make it less reflective. Really don't like it too reflective. All right, so we got chip brown. We got make a empty called player, and the player will have 2 cubes. Right, 2 cubes. We're going for cube And that will be move all you to 0, 0, 0. We can see what's going on here. We got cube. Oh, let's move you to 0, 0, 0. Okay, all right. We got cube 1. We got cube 2. And this cube will go over here. This cube will go over here. We use cubes. Kind of against the cubes already. We got cube 1, cube 2. All this player 1. It's all one player, I think. That's the thing. But player 2. I guess you could do a 2-player. Player 1, player 2. There's that. And there's that. You know, it's probably more fun 2-player. You could, if you want, you play 1 player, you play 2-player, however you want to do it. We got player 1, player 2, and we're gonna make like a umbilical cord or something. So let's say we'll make it a capsule, and that's gonna be very thin like this, say like 0.3, 0.3, and 0.3. All right, that's a little bit too thick. 0.1 and 0.1. Okay. Yep, just like this. I was thinking 90 degrees up there. Stretch it out. All right. And basically, when you move, we want to check the scale. So let's see. Let's make a move. So this guy is rigid body. And this guy is rigid body. Okay. Let's see. So bing, 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 bang, bang, boom, bing, bang, boom, bang, bing. Can I edit my title while we're doing this? All right, there we go. Umbilical cord game for Game Jam. Let's see if you guys like that. All right, so we're going to, let's say, make a script. Let me just make a quick folder here. Folder, mats, folder, scripts. And all the mats will go into the mats folder. All the scripts will go into the scripts folder. It'll be a handy dandy, happy dappy time. All right, we'll call this player movement. Okay. And we'll say, I don't know how to do this. Which way is this? We want to get player mesh. And which way is this forward? This is local coordinates. Headphones. Local coordinates here. Let's just flip you around. So your forward is this way. Easy. Okay. 180. You're there. So you guys are going opposite ways. So we will do private serialized field, private rigid body, player 1, player P1, P2. I think that's good enough. I mean, that's not very descriptive, but I think I get the gist of it. So then we'll check the update function. We'll say if input get key down, key code W, and we're going to move player 1 forward, right? Or we just do left and right for now. Let's just do left and right. So we'll say A, and we'll move P1 add force. We'll say transform dot forward times move speed. I have to make force mode move speed force mode dot, what is it supposed to be? Force, right? I think it's force mode dot force. All right, so now we'll go make a move speed here. We'll say serialized field private move speed, and we'll say private float move speed. And I don't know how rigid bodies are. I don't usually do them, so let's just say 40 and we'll move from there. So let's see what happens when I do this here. And okay, so on here put the player movement script. We'll put our player 1, player 2, and go. Well, you have no rigid body or something? You do. Let's move the camera here. Camera, line of view. All right, now we got that good view here. We can see what's going on. Oh, he fell forward. All right. Well, that's because of this. Let's just remove the collider here for a second. I think I'm on the other side of where 40 is very small. That's what it is, and it's not get key down. Get key. All right. Yep. That's where we're at. Oh shit, that was fast. All right. First, let's go on this side. All right. So this one's player 1. We want to see how it's gonna look when we align with view. Oh shit. Align with view. All right. Now, player 1, align with view. Too fast. Let's go here. We'll say 10. Oh, you know what? You're not supposed to do time.delta time? Holy. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I'm just going to do it. Always better to be safe than sorry, my mom always says. Let's go. All right. We got extremely slow now. Let's try 100. So slow. Let's try 2000. Oh, there we go. That was more like it. 1000. 100. 500. Good choice. Good choice, dog. You're rolling like a cube. What I want you to do is slide. Slide, boy. Is that something to do with like this? I don't want you to roll. Let's freeze the rotation, see what happens. This is player 2 apparently. You move by squirming around. Let's change it to 10,000. See what happens. Oh, slid. Let's say 5,000. I got 5,000. 5,000. Give me 5,000 here. Okay, that was pretty fast. Let's say 4,000. 3,000. I could probably make the ground longer just to see. I mean, obviously, we got the movement down. All right, that movement works. So let's do same thing here. My audio bitrate is 0. Obviously, we got the movement down. All right, that movement works. Open the widget. So let's do same thing here. All right, seems good. I don't know what you're talking about, YouTube. Just not recommending me to people. The love-hate relationship I got with you guys here. Negative transform forward. And so here we'll do this. Okay, decode dot left arrow, right arrow. Got P2 and left arrow. Left arrow, we got P1, P2, P2, P2. All right, so now we got our 2 guys moving different ways. We have to stop them from moving with this thing here. Oh, I went the wrong way, huh? Wait, it's P2 dot transform dot forward. P2, P1, and P1. That way they're going different ways. And I guess you add force relative to where they are. Okay, perfect. All right, looks good. So what I'm going to say is freeze the rotation on this one. Maybe make this a little bit bigger to test. And we will go on this side again because that was the right side from the get-go. Main camera, align with view. All right, and let's see. All right, let's see this in action here. All right. Ooh, 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 ooh. So let's just, oh, they just slam right through each other. But that's fine. This is not supposed to be perfect right now. All right, so basically, I will say move speed is slower the further apart you get. Slower the further apart you get. So going to be 1 over vector 3 dot distance times 1 over, or divided by vector 3 dot. So say move speed divided by equals, the farther away you go, the slower, yeah. Vector 3 distance, we'll do p1 dot transform dot position and p2 dot transform dot position. And we'll see how that goes here. Oh, probably have to change this to 0 now. Just keeps dividing. So what we want to do is not check it every frame, but every time you move, slow it down. See, but then we want to add it when they get together. So I think we need to, what I'm thinking right now is say P1, let's say private vector 3, P1 last pose, P2 last, well, I'll just say P player distance. Okay, we'll say at the start, say last player distance, and we'll say the end of this, last player distance is equal to bar distance equal to vector 3 dot distance. So that's this. And there's that. Got this. Last player distance is equal to distance. Okay. Oh, this is a float. So float. Okay. We got the distance. And so we want to adjust the move speed. Basically, the farther away you get, let's say if every frame, we say if distance, if the absolute value of distance is distance minus last player distance is greater than adjustment distance, speed, just threshold, all of that. Then we take it, then we check the speed change. So say we'll go here. We'll say serialized field, private float, speed, adjust, threshold. All right. Say that's, I don't know, 0.2. All right, and then say if distance is greater than last player distance, then we want to move speed times equals 1 over our adjustment amount, speed just amount. Else we will do move speed times equals speed adjustment amount. Okay, this one we need to make it into a variable. All right. Say serialized field private float speed adjustment amount equals 10. Yes. Okay. So it's either 1/10 speed or times 10. That's a lot. Let's do 2. All right. So we're going there, slowly getting slower, fastly getting slower. So the speed adjust threshold will be 0.2. decided upon here. 0.2 and 2. See how this goes. Okay. It stopped. And we'll say clamp it. Move speed equals, well, no, we don't want to clamp it. But we just want to say if move speed equals 0, then move speed equals 1. So if it's different, yeah, if it's different, then we'll check. I think that's the right way to go. I don't know. Let's try it out. Okay. Now we have to see, because it's stopping us, right? This kind of will just let us get a little further. So that's not the right way to go about it. We want to see the last player distance is at max distance. What's our max distance? Max distance will be blank, blank, blank. And if we're at the max distance, then we can only increase our speed in. If we're going towards, if we're far away, if our distance is greater than whatever, we can go in. All right, this is some logic here that I'm just trying to think through. So this is obviously getting to 0 because eventually it will get to 0. What we need to check is we're far apart or close, right? So if we're close, based on, you know, whatever choice we have here, far apart, maybe we have a different out move speed, in move speed. Out move speed and in move speed. Okay, so out move speed is one, in move speed is another. In move speed doesn't change. I think that's the difference. In move speed doesn't change, out move speed changes. We have out move speed, we have move speed, and we have out move speed. I think that's the difference here. So they're both gonna be there. Out move speed is there. I think what we do is we divide that by the distance, or by, you know, 1 over the distance, or whatever. We multiply it by 1 over the distance. 1 over distance. And we clamp it. Clamp it at 1. So out move speed is 1 over distance if you go that far. Yeah. You're going far apart. So if blah blah blah, if distance now is greater than last player distance, then we multiply it. Right? That makes sense to me. Right, we divide it really. Else we're going to move we're going to multiply it just by distance. Whatever it is. Let's say we're dividing by distance, multiplying by distance. Let's divide it by distance times randomly small number here. And we'll do this one too. Okay. No specific reason why I'm picking that, just picking it to pick it. You know what I'm saying. Let's see. All right, so we got distance and distance and distance. And all right. Out move speed, in move speed, and clamp it. I think if we get to a certain, let's say if distance is less than 1, return our out move speed to move speed. I think that's good. All right, let's try that. See how it goes. Oh, we just ran away from each other. Off the edge. Let's see what the out move speed is. Oh, because we need to use out move speed only when we're moving away from each other. That would be this to A, and this to right arrow. Okay. Speed adjust threshold is this. If the distance is between these guys is changing constantly, let's just do 1. No way. There's no way it's doing that. Division all the way. Distance is greater than last player distance. Oh. Just gotta change that. Alright, of course it is. This at 3,000. And 0.2. Okay, here we go. Let's see what they talking about here. Okay, it's dividing by so much. Let's do 1 over speed adjustment amount. Do that. And see what happens. It's just gonna have it or double it. Our out move speed is 0 because of Y. 3,000. Now it's 3,000. And it turns to 0 like that? Really? How? What? Okay. So if this is less than that, first we want to see if it's different, right? Which it is. For some reason it's different already. Let's see. Print dist and print last player dist. Alright, I think that's good. Okay. Oh, maybe not transformed up position. It should be local position. Is that what we're doing here? 2.812. It's all the same. Which means that shouldn't go because that should be 0. Oh, it's 0. It needs to be greater than. Of course. Okay. Yes, I had it right the first time. All right, so now it's 0. All right, so instead of that, let's even go lower. Say 1.1. See, why is it going like that? What is this? Oh, of course. Once we get distance, let's get the distance from start. Distance here. We'll just set last player distance to that. All right. And go ahead. All right, so there's that, there's this, there's that, there's this. All right, so we're here, we're getting it. Oh, but you can push each other. Well, that's fine. I think that's part of the game here. That seems like a good, happy accident, honestly. All right, so now let's make that stretch. We'll say call this movement. All right, that's all movement. Now let's do umbilical cord. Okay. And so basically, I want the umbilical cord to be attached, right? Why is my... There we go. All right, so I want this to always be touching him, right? How do I get this point here? on trigger exit. I'm going to stretch this out. Right? Let's try that. So let's turn this on into a trigger. I don't know what else to do here. So we have this, and we're going to say a private game serialized field, private game object, umbilical cord. Okay, and what we want to do is we want to, let's just put this all in movement here. Let's say private void movement. Okay, we'll just call that here. All right, there's movement. And now we'll do stretch the cord. So right here, private void stretch cord. All right, and we're going to basically extend. So let's say he's going this way, and this guy's going this way. Then the cord will stretch basically to the point where it's touching, right? We just want to control this here. So we want the scale to go up on trigger exit. I think that's true. All right, so let's try that. We'll say on trigger exit. On trigger exit. Maybe we actually have to put this on these individual guys here. Let's see. Call this stretch the cord. Put that here. All right. We'll stretch the cord here. So let's do another script. Call it stretch cord. And we will put it here. Umbilical cord seems good. Say on trigger exit. So if they're leaving the cord, for now we'll just make it stretch. So umbilical cord if other dot compare tag cord. Sure. If it's cord, then other dot transform dot local scale dot y times equals stretch amount times time delta time, because each tick, right? It's going to do that every tick. We'll say we'll do this, do this, do this, and instead of this, we'll put that down here. We'll say bar stretch equal to that. Okay. Now stretch.y equal to that, and we'll do serialized field private float stretch amount equals that. We'll say it equals to 10. I don't know. And then other transform.local scale is equal to stretch. Okay. All right, so we got that going. We'll see what happens. It's going to be stretching. I don't. Let's see. Let's put that on both of these guys. What is that? It's called stretch cord. We need the umbilical cord, which is the capsule right now. Okay, let's see what happens here. Okay, well, it's not obviously not stretching. Put it back in them. Put it back in them. Okay. Let's just make sure we're saying print stretching. All right. We will go here. And thanks, dude. Yeah, I made it just for this. All right. Are you stretching? Are you stretching? You're not stretching. Why are you not? Oh. It's the hardest game to control in the entire world. Are you serious? I'm just gonna put up some walls here. All right, so these guys are going opposite directions. If you didn't see here, let me just put up some walls because this is already extremely difficult. All right, let's see. So we got frozen. All right, put this wall here. There, there we go. There's that. There's this. Do that here. And okay. So there's that, there's this, and you go in this way and you go in that way. All right. It's so hard to control this game. All right, so wait. This one goes this way. I think my camera's backwards. Or they switch sides. Do they switch sides? Oh, that's impossible to play if it's like that. Let's switch sides here. Pretty sure this is the way to go. I just switched. This is like the third time I've switched sides. Line with you. All right. Let's see. Is this the right way? So that one goes this way. This one goes that way. All right. Okay. Now that's as far as you can go. All right. So you go this way and that way and this way and that way. Now we need to make sure this tag chord is not defined. Oh, well, that's good. Easy fix. All right, chord. Okay, let's see. I didn't tag it. Silly me. You have any ideas for this game jam? I can have up to 5 people, dude. I'm doing good. Right now, basically the game that I'm trying to make, the scale just went retarded. The game I'm trying to make is a game where you are 2 prisoners that share an umbilical cord. And basically right now all I have is the mechanic, or I'm trying to make the mechanic, see if it's fun, where you kind of you have to pull each other. One person's using the left right arrows and the other person's using A and D. You guys got to solve some kind of issues together. I'm thinking I don't want to make it like some kind of jumping thing, but you know it might end up being that. This should be not 0. Should be, why is it getting smaller? Times equals stretch amount. Okay, let's just do this. See how it looks like that. Maybe because it's not hitting every tick or something. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. It just got impaled. Say 1.1. Very slight. Okay, on trigger, exit. All right, there's got to be a way to track this umbilical cord to their body. That's probably the way to do it. So let's see. There's like a stretchy mesh thing I could do. I'm probably gonna smoke a cigarette for a second. If you want to leave, I understand completely. I have a bad habit and I need to kick it. But I'm gonna like play the game jam thing maybe on loop to explain what's going on. So where's that? That's here. Here. You want to join it? Here's the information.
So we are officially here, guys. So we are officially here, guys. 24 hours out from the Lost Relic Games Community Game Jam, and I have a theme reveal for you. Are you ready? Now the theme is connection. Now this is a really cool,
let's see, on YouTube,
cool theme because it can be interpreted in so many different ways, yet it's narrow enough to create some nice creative direction. You know, connection can mean so many different things depending on how you interpret it. It can be the physical connection between, 2 or more objects.
All right, I'll start it over.
So we are officially here,
right,
guys.
here
24 hours out from the Lost Relic Games Community Game Jam, and I have a theme reveal for you. Are you ready? the theme is connection. Now, this is a really cool theme because it can be interpreted in so many different ways, yet it's narrow enough to create some nice creative direction. Connection can mean so many different things depending on how you interpret it. It can be the physical connection between, two or more objects, maybe like a rope or a tether or a chain or a magnet, or it can be more abstract, the emotional connection between two characters, or even the connection within a system, the different nodes or components or cogs, or how a system may interact with another system. There's so many different ways to consider it. So before you go jumping into your code editors and opening up Unity, reflect on this theme of connection. Let it ruminate. Take some time to plan, because this planning you do now is really going to help you during the week. Trust me. Now, before you run off, I have a few important updates to make around rules and also the prizes. First of all, in relation to rules, I've had a few people reach out wanting to join with unusually large teams. I wasn't expecting this. People wanting to join with teams of 10, 8, 7, 6. Look, this is not a K-pop audition, This is like an indie game jam, and a lot of people are going to be joining with as themselves or maybe with two people. So we have to be a bit reasonable to keep it balanced. But I've been forced to draw a hard cutoff at 5. And I think that's very fair. So if your group is larger than 5 people, I encourage you to break that group up into 2 separate groups and have 2 separate submissions. I think that's very reasonable. All right, so let's talk prizes. There have been some updates. We've been lucky enough to get a sponsor for this event, Connect. They make premium Unity assets. Now, they've been generous enough to donate 10 of their vouchers for any of their Unity assets. Now, they've got assets worth over $150, things like that, really premium stuff. So thanks so much, Connect, for doing that. And I've added a link to their assets on the Jam page. So check that out, go to the Jam page, and I've also added them to the prize pool list. So with the prize pool list, there has been some ambiguity around this. So how this works is winners of the Game Jam across the different categories will win Steam Key prizes, and that list of Steam Keys on the prize pool link on the Jam page. But furthermore, even if you don't win across those categories, or even if you don't even submit a game, you can still win just by being involved in the Jam as a player. So all you need to do, go to the prize pool link and add your email and hit submit. If you're submitting with a game, add your game name. Now, of course, because the jam is only just starting, you may not have a game name. That's fine. At the end of the jam, when you do have a game name, go back in and resubmit with your game name. So what this will do is it'll give you a better chance of winning, because I'm going to separate the prize pool into people who submitted games and people who are just playing. And because less people are probably going to be submitting games, you have a theoretically higher chance of winning. So let me finish up with some words of advice and encouragement. We have over 1,500 people who have hit that join button on the jam, but less than half will likely submit a game. So I want to encourage you watching now to consider being part of that group who does submit something. Look, this is a game jam. You don't have to worry about Metacritic. It is not a Steam release, so it's perfectly acceptable to release something that is not quite up to standard or has some bugs in it. Doesn't matter. I'm expecting to see some buggy submissions. Hopefully they're playable, but look, it's fine. It doesn't have to be polished to a pristine shine. Don't overthink it. This is supposed to be fun. Just getting something out there is better than getting nothing out there. And what I'm thinking of doing in the near future is making a video compilation of all the different entries. I'll sit down and play every single one of them and make a compilation video. So if you want to be part of that, you have to submit. And look, you don't have to have any artistic ability. I expect some of the best games submitted will be the ones that are just focusing on some cool little gameplay mechanic, not the ones necessarily with pretty graphics. Sure, it can help, but you can make a perfectly capable competitive game using simple shapes like squares and triangles and circles. That's perfectly fine. So don't overthink it. Just be involved and have fun, guys. Oh, and I also wanted to thank the YouTuber and game dev Vimlark, who actually made a video on his channel featuring us as part of his best jams of June. So thanks very much, man. I appreciate that. So I'll put a link to his channel down below. He makes a lot of interesting indie dev content, specializing in like game jams and things like that. So I guess we're officially jamming now, right? Where the theme is out there, the cogs are free to turn. But like I said, take this time to come up with a strategy and plan. And if you want to work with someone, you don't want to work alone, come by the Discord. We've set up rooms specifically for this jam for people to find collaborators and also just to hang out. I'll be there hanging out with you guys for the whole week and just sharing in the madness and fun together. So I hope to see you there, guys. All the links to everything will be down below.
It's a struggle to be like with these kids and stuff like that. I had an idea while I was out of here. I think I'm going to make the meshes in Blender. So while I do this is just going to be like the default mesh or whatever, but let's just see. So what I'm going to do is do this. I'm going to this over here, that, duplicate. Oh, I can just mirror it. Let's mirror it. Oh no, yeah, mirror it. Okay. Across the origin, so mirror this. Is there a way to, oh, I have to make like an empty or something. Do empty axes here. Parent will do it across this. Okay. And we'll apply that. Separate that by loose parts. Okay, so now we have 2 cubes. Let's make a little cylinder. Yeah, dude, the struggle is real, 100%. How is your job? You like it? Like that. Rotate X90, Y90, whatever it is. All right, and make some subdivisions here. Okay. Hide this. Oh, separate this. Okay, that's the umbilical cord. How's your job going? Is it a struggle? Have you started it yet, or is it just like you just got the job and now you're waiting to start it? Armature, where's armature? Do this. Do this and this. How do I see all the things here? Put it in front. And put it vertical. So let's rotate this 90. Front. Okay. Here we go. And how big did I make this? So like right here. X like right here. Yep. All right. Root it a bunch. X. Bunch of extrusions. You're a month deep in it. Yeah, I mean, like game development jobs are really cool, but they are a lot of work, especially with like small teams. Oh, okay. I just post on Twitter and then I have a bot that likes things, but I'll check out your Twitter for sure. That's not the best way to do it. I've got to figure out a new strategy for Twitter because I'm not very good at it. I just go this way. Just a lot of them in the deadline. Oh, okay, cool. What is your you said it's a metaverse project? Is it like a indie thing? They brought you an NFT. Oh, that's the NFT you have? They bought you that? That's dope. That's pretty cool. How'd you find the job? Wait, you having the NFT as a profile picture gave you 200 followers? I'm just gonna get the JPEG, dude. I don't know. I'm not gonna steal yours, but I'll definitely just get an NFT JPEG. And thanks for the idea, dude. That's a dope idea. What do I do? This and this, and then we check to see if stretches here. How do I stretch this? Let's see. Like that. Goes that way. This goes that way. So I want to make sure that whatever's going on is happening on this bone here and this bone here. Okay. Let's just try this out and see what happens, see if I need to make any changes here. So let's unhide. The red triangle NFT. All right, I'll find one, dude. Can you link it? Can you link a picture of it? Let's see. So let's export this as an FBX. You want any music or anything? I don't know if I'm like allowed to play music, but I mean, this is the life I've signed up for. It's just pushing the limits here. All right, we're here. AVAX. I'll look up AVAX after in a little bit. Let me just remember what that says here. So let's just save this here. Armature mesh. Sure. Apply transform. Okay. Put this here. Take it 90. Is that it? Nope. I never know. 90. Yes, that's it. Scale it down. That. This. So we'll hide these guys for now. This umbilical cord here, we'll hide that. Oh, after my name, just put the emoji. Oh, okay. That's dope. All right, I'll do that. That's not hard. So this is player 1, player 2, and we will add the this and this. Yes, so this will have stretch cord. This will be rigid bodies on these. And basically we will take, instead of doing this, whenever here, we'll say, basically we want to get our rigid body velocity. So we'll say, update, we'll do rigid body, get our rigid body. Yeah, dope, dude. That's cool. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Private rigid body. Declare it. RB equals get component rigid body. And we'll do, we want to move that. So let's just say transform. We'll say umbilical cord. I know I actually see a lot of your posts about cryptocurrency. I see that. I see that a lot. I'm more an options trader here, dude. I trade QQQ puts. So we'll say what if we just do this here? Say transformed opposition. We want, how do we want to do this? Anytime I do this, I want to move this a little bit too. So we'll say I just want to make sure it moves the same amount here. Let's say plus equals time dot delta x dot x. temp equals umbilical cord dot transform dot position. Okay, and then we'll say temp dot x plus equals, what is it? A little bit amount input. It's a bool. Movement amount times time dot delta time. I think that's what we want, and then we just want to set it equal to x temp. All right, we'll say the movement amount is this. Private float movement amount. The currency name is in literal function. What? So what do they do? Like, what is it based around? You said it's biometric financial. What does that mean? Because to me that sounds like, I don't even know what that would even be. Private float movement amount equal to 10. I don't know. And so we're gonna go here, and we'll say we want to basically see how much we're moving. We'll go based on the move speed. We want to pass something to it. I'm just trying to think of like a good way to do this. We only want to do this if we're moving outward. And if we're moving inward, then we want to make it nothing. And we want this local position. I'm pretty sure we want local position. They just got SATEC, which is super. Oh, that's pretty cool. Voice-based passwords. So if I'm in the bank and I'm like, dildo lover 99, everyone's gonna know my password. How do we do the how do they make it secure if you're voice-based, if you're doing a voice-based password? Like if you're in the hospital and you're trying to get into the secure environment and the doctor's like open heart surgery 9 exclamation point. Like it sounds like a cool idea. I'm missing the because it's like they got Pedal, a company that monitors drivers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just trying to see the voice-based passwords, how that's practical in a public situation, right? Oh yeah, I know no one has the data, but I'm saying like, when would you use that? Would you use that? Me, I'm trying to see would I use that? I can't see it. I mean, I've only thought about it for half a second, but so we have this boom, boom, boom. We're going here. I will say if. So we'll say bool moving left, moving away, equal to input dot get e down e code dot a moving away, and we'll say we could just set this to int moving away equal to this, and we'll say -1 else +1. All right, so then we have this, and we times it by moving away. All right, so now that should be there, and we'll just say if moving, do that. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like anytime you say something out loud, someone can hear it, right? Like to me, it just sounds so sketchy. Like my password is supposed to be complicated, so no one can do it. Right, like no other voice would work. That makes sense. Okay. So just don't use the same password as your computer. Okay, I could see. So it has to be basically your voice saying it. Otherwise, it won't work. All right. And moving will equal, say, if player 1. We're just going to do this the stupid way here. Just do public enum, whatever, which player. P1, P2. Alright, that's fine. Alright, and we'll do serialized field, private, which player. Okay, and we'll say if moving blah blah blah. And we'll say moving equals player dot p1 player dot which equals which player dot p1. Then moving will be input dot get key down key code dot a, or input dot get key down key code dot d. Else we'll do the other one, key code left arrow and right arrow. The right arrow then left arrow. I'll mix it back up. They just dropped dogs. They just dropped the dogs for racing and betting boat biofi. Oh, they have dogs? They have dog racing? That's pretty cool. Dog racing. Do you bet on the dogs? What is this? Oh, cool. Oh, what's this? Okay. Where do they race the dogs? That's pretty crazy. There's moving. We'll say, again, here's if player is equal to which player dot p1. Say in moving away equals 1. Okay. Like this. Else right arrow. Okay. All right, let's try this out. See what happens. They haven't enabled the racing. We just put dogs for sale yesterday, and totally will. It's in the metaverse. Their metaverse, the ethos. You own your dog as an NFT. Oh, so it's like a game, like a VR game where you race dogs, or is it like real dogs? These things confuse me so much, dude. Sometimes. All right. We got Bone 9 is this one. Goes with this guy. Bone 9 goes here. This is supposed to be player 2. Right? Player 1. And this one will be player 2. This one will take Bone. Okay, I think I got this all confused. The ships, presumably from, oh, okay, they fell through because they don't have colliders. Collider. Here and here, you guys both have box colliders? Yep, okay. The ships you're making will transit between, oh, that's pretty cool. That's dope. These guys are facing the wrong way. All right, which way is your front way? This way. Let's do 90 on the Y. $90 on the Y, okay. Let's put you back where you went. Oh, let's change you from pivot. Center. Okay, center. 90 on the Y. Okay. Move you back. But you're supposed to be negative 90. Okay. You'll go back this way. And you will be 90. Okay, perfect. You can't talk about everything but yes, sir. That's pretty cool. I wanna try it out. I wanna try it out when you have your first demo. Do you have to buy like an NFT to play the game or what? I was gonna work. I had this interview with Facebook for their metaverse thing. Seemed pretty cool. This is all fucking walked up. Okay, which one's player one? This is now player one. This is the player one. Let's see. Player one is red. Nothing. This one is backwards. So let's just make you player two. So this is P2, P1. Okay. And this thing is moving. If I move this, it stretches. But I don't want to move it that much. That's the difference here. Let's do movement amount. And we'll make it oh, that was loud. You gotta have at least one BioFi in your account to access the Ethos metaverse, but you don't have to spend it. Oh, so it's super cheap to get in on this. Okay, this guy's floating around here. Let's lock their rotations. Again. Let's see. This is player two. Okay, perfect. All right. Now they're stuck together. The X is not good here. What is it? Because in my mind, this is supposed to be the X. Oh, shit. The Y. Let's change this to Y. See what happens. I don't know why these guys get separated like that, but let's see. Yep. P1, P2. This is normal. All right. You gotta have at least one bio. Oh. How many BioFi do you have? So now they're stuck together. Why are they stuck together? All this, if we're moving, stretch it out. Let's say 10. This is this. I'm doing get key down instead of get key, and it's also moving the wrong way. Why is it moving that way? Bone? Why? Instead of get key down, it's get key. So let's just change that everywhere we have that. $10 AVAX for an Origin Doge. AVAX is like $18 right now. But that's just to own a dog. You can still bet on other people's dogs. And it's the dog racing is live right now. Where do I do this? You're into this crypto stuff so deep, dude. It's supposed to be umbilical cord, not transform.local position. The umbilical cord position. This, right? Z. Oh, that's that. You cashed a bunch for the bills. Get rid of this for now. Here, let's see. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of these. Get this movement working with these new guys here. Stretch cord. Why is it doing this now? It's insane. Completely broken when you don't use Unity assets. You don't change the transforms, I guess. Let's see. Transform.forward. Out move speed. Blah, blah, blah. A and D. We have the transform.forward. We'll just do one player right now. My guess is that I didn't check the weight paint. Okay, but that's fine. 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 And that's fine. If I make a parent of this, put this in here. Let's open it up. Won't let me do that. Basically, I just need to make this here. I have an idea. We'll do empty, say a bone tracker. And anywhere I go, instead of doing this whole stretch thing, we're just going to update the position of the umbilical cord with the bone tracker. So simple. Why didn't I think of this sooner? Let's see. Do this, 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 and this. I need the bone tracker. Okay. Now we'll say transform umbilical cord dot transform position equal to bone tracker dot position. Okay, we'll just do this, that. Do the same thing here. So this will be it. Inside of this guy. Maybe in the back of him. And this will go here, there. Move you to your bone here. Where's that? Right here. Bone here. You're going this way. You're going here. What if I use this bone here? Let's see. All the way to the end. Spent time at anywhere under 1 cent. Yeah, I mean, honestly, spending 1 cent on something. I spent so much on garbage, like, it's not a big deal for me to spend 1 cent on that. I don't mind it. There we go. That's what I want. Bone 8. And then the other one will be bone 17. This will be stretch cord. You'll have umbilical cord here. Bone 8 be your umbilical cord. Your bone tracker will be this. And let's see what happens. There we go. All right, perfect. So let's just make this smaller now. Can I make the armature smaller like that? If I do like something like this? Yes. Let's do that. Move you in. How much? So like, do you buy more every month or something? Like one of those things? And this will be bone stretch cord. And we'll have, yours will be this one, bone 17. Now it should stretch. Okay. Now I just have to fix the issue of them. Alright, we want the offset. I want to move this too here, right? Because that. Let's just add some rigid body physics to this. So let's say every single bone in here, 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 have rigid body, except for the last ones. We'll have no rigid body, and they'll have gliders here to there and there to there. I have capsule gliders, let's say, and they'll be tiny. Okay, let's just make sure you're not overlapping here. Say 0.0005, 0.0005. All right, there we go. Oh, wow. He's buying $250 worth every single day. How much money does he have? He's gonna run out of money soon. Instead of that, let's just do this bone and this bone. I think that's the way to go about it. We'll make this very small. Start you out here. You here. Oh, okay, so he's always streaming. I forgot to get rid of this and this. Remove that. Add this here. See what happens there. And the bottom doesn't have a capsule collider. Capsule collider, capsule collider. Copy this. All right, rigid body. See what happens here. We'll see. We're having some crazy collisions going on. This guy's going wild, dude. We got some fucking semen ejaculate coming down here. Okay. Is there a way to stretch it without affecting, like, let's say, stretch mesh using a rigid body? Unity. Say rope, right? It's rope. Rope here. Let's see. Oh, so that was your company like advertising doing that?
In this episode, mode moves them up. So press 1 again and scroll up to add more segments.
Okay,
I can
add a bunch of segments.
Zoom a little bit nearer so that you can see these are real segments. So now we have to apply the texture. Therefore, we select the top circle here by pressing Alt and the right mouse button and change the rendering to as. Okay. We go to a place where we can actually scroll, so then we can make some adjustments by clicking to wiggle. We just the very top. So we go up here and place it on the top. Next thing we do is we go into the amateur property settings on the right and click X-ray so that we always can see it. Then we go to the edit a little bit down. So, and there we go. Now, the next thing we do is we just create this bones by pressing E, and we have a new bone. And with that, we can keep the bone aligned, and we do this over and over again. And with a broader width here. We can go back into the object mode and drag and drop our rope model on the armature. Before that, we just rename the armature to rope, drag and drop it, and we select automatic width. And this is all what we need to do. So what we can do now is we can switch to pose mode, and everything's working. So for me, everything seems fine. I can now use any of the bones to deform my rope. That's all we need.
See, but the bones don't deform. The bones just... So what I'm thinking is, let's see, no physics on this rope here. I think I'm all done with physics on the rope here. I think the physics on the rope, honestly, the physics on the rope aren't the issue right now. The issue is these guys don't move like they were moving before. Which one has a rigid body? This one doesn't. Okay, these do. Remove that. This one, this one. Okay, remove that. Let's see how it stretches. Okay, we got some stretchiness. But they're not the right bones here. So we want the center bone. Like I thought. Probably better like that. So this one. Let me switch sides and see. I keep switching sides. So mad. Alright. Oh no, I was watching a video. The guy was talking fast because I'm trying to get this done, at least something. Some kind of mechanic done, but like just messing with me. Okay, so that works. That works. But as soon as I add too much force one way, like it's stuck there. This one's bone 17. This one should be and bone 8. 17 and 8. I move this. I move this. The rest should move. If I move this, and I move this, that seems like that should move. So I don't know what's going on here. This guy's forward is this way. This guy's forward is this way. So when I'm moving forward, like I was on the other one, be here, should be here, boom, boom, boom. And we'll say, we want to, ooh. We want to say if the velocity is negative, oh man, this is insane. All right, so we got stretch cord here, we got stretch cord here, we got this bone tracker here, and the bone tracker here, which seems to be working okay. Our bone is extremely small. Let's just make it 1, 1, 1. 100, 100, 100. Okay. Now we have our bone end here and here. So if we use this part, I move this, it moves the whole thing. That's what I want. The whole thing to move. The bone 1 is this side, wrong side. Bone 9 is this one. And bone 1 is this one. Bone. Let's remove this guy for now. And make this guy move. This guy's player 1, right? The wrong way. If I do this way, then what? He moves the wrong way. This, I think I mixed them up. I think my players are all messed up here. E2, E1. So this guy should move with should move right and left. But he's not moving after that. Why not? Because my out move speed is so low. What did I make this? 30,000. I go again. Just not resetting. Why? Well, what's the distance? I guess is the question. Now we're here. And we turn this guy on. Then, all right, okay, the out move speed's good. Move this way. Filter 3,000. Move this way. Not resetting. Why not? The distance is so small. What's the min distance? Okay. Times speed adjustment amount. It works with the other things, but not this. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything all day. I should probably eat at some point, but I just want to get this, at least something going on here. Problem is the force thing is like not multiplying. The last player distance is always greater than the distance, last player distance, blah, blah, blah. Distance is less than 1, and move speed. I guess we're seeing the distance is not less than 1. For some reason, the distance is extremely high, so let's say less than 10. That must be it. I know, I just want to make this. One more minute here. 1 more minute here. 10 more minutes. 20 more minutes here. Just another hour. Okay, there we go. All right, we got our guys bouncing back and forth here. All right. Okay, all right, cool. All right. The umbilical cord is stretching. And it can only go so far. And what's their distance now? So what's their speed now that they're this far apart? 24. So we need to make this smaller. I think we need to even make it even smaller here. Put them together. 0.05. Okay, let's make it even smaller. 0.01. 0.01. Let's see what happens. I think they're just moving too fast. I think I'm changing the wrong value. Let's change this to 1,000 and 1,000. Oh, yeah. So the 0.2 is too low. So let's what if it's 1? 1 is worse. What if it's 0.1? I think the thing is with these guys, the scale messed up when I went into Blender. And then everything went wild after that. After I changed characters, everything went wild. Because this is like 1/100th of what I was doing before. So every frame, they're not even moving that much. They could try to. I mean, I'm in this game jam alone right now. I'm down to work with someone if they want to work on it with me. I just got to get version control set. I can just use GitHub if you want to do GitHub. If you want to get on this, dude, I'm down to work with you. I don't have any issue. I was just doing this for fun anyway because like I'm working on this other game and then I have work all the time, so I'm just like needed to do something different. Let's see. This is P1. Honestly, I don't know why everything's all messed up. I think it's this right here. This right here is messing everything up. But if I change it to 1/1/1/1/1, I do it. Now they're like so far apart, they can't do anything. Now if I make this 0.1, what happens? Because I think what I need to do is change the scale of something else. Oh, now he's stuck on the thing. All right. let's say 0.000001 and see what happens here. All right. Okay, I have an idea. I'm going to mix the meshes together. So this thing will go, I just want the armature and the cube. I don't want these guys here. I just want this. Now I want this and this. I want that. And you are... Yeah, dude, go ahead. I mean, that's fine. No rush. No rush at all. Add bone tracker. And a bone tracker here. Okay. We're just going to put the bone tracker here. Stretch cord. Put it on this one. Put it on this one. And let me just see which one you are here. Yeah, because umbilical cord is not set. It's messing up. Let's see. Which player are you? I think you're player 2. Player 2 is this one. Uses bone. I think I should use bone 8. Do bone 8. So you are using bone 8. Okay. And then you are using bone 17. And we'll move you into position. Don't worry. Oh, but the issue is that we won't move all of it. We have to move all of it. So we have to use this. We have to make this smaller. I remember now. All right. Basically the size of these guys. This is going to go inside here. This is going to go inside here. You are using bone. You are using bone. You are using bone 9. Oh, your wife's calling. What's the game jam? Oh, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, Castry Gaming. This is for Lost Relic Games Game Jam. The topic is togetherness. These guys are stuck together. Are you serious? Is there oh, that's why. Just do that and that. I don't remember which one's which. I think this is player 2. And cube 1 is player 1. Yeah, so the topic is togetherness, so I stuck these guys together with what's it called? Stuck them together with an umbilical cord, basically, and they're gonna have to solve puzzles without getting too far apart. I think that's the game. And so, but right now, even with that, say, yeah, it's stuck together. It is a very generic topic. He said, it'll go with whatever, and I just thought, umbilical cords are pretty cool. Not like ice climbers, kind of like that, like a physics-based one. Maybe, honestly, at this point, I could do something a little bit. I don't know. I think I just want to get this thing working where it like looks okay. Right now it looks very weird, and it stopped working where these guys, if the player is greater than the last player distance, we're going to print that. And what's the difference? It is doing this. How many times is it doing this? 999 times. But for some reason, it's not resetting their speed here. Definitely the difference, if the distance is less than 1, that's why. Thanks, dude. That's more like it. That's what I want to see. Perfect. Put you back at 3,000 like we had you. see where we can go from here. Okay, now let's make this 2 again. 0.2. Move these walls a little bit back here, here. And basically you gotta solve this puzzle. All right, so now let's do jump and jump. So let's say if input.get key down, key code, up arrow. Oh, what's up, dude? You're back. Then we're going to jump, which will just be p2.add force up times jump speed. And if they're too far, then we have to multiply it by outmove speed. I think that's what we need to do. And then divide time.delta time. And then we'll just do like a force mode impulse, I think. Okay. Say, honestly, I think we just do outmove speed here and see what happens. Oh, the Spotify password, that's good. Hi, my kids are on my account. Hello. And then here, do this. Hey, you guys are typing as me. You know that, right? The P1. And let's see. This game here. Whoa. Oh no. Something happened. Ugh. Yeah, I have kids. Let's see. Let's make this divided by 10. Hard coded in here. I don't need the variables right now. Let's see if that does the job here. If you switch sides, I feel like it's going to be extremely impossible to even play this game here. Okay, so divided by 10 is not going to... Oh, there's a little jump. So maybe not divided by 10. Say... Let's say jump speed. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to say jump power. Jump power is equal to 2, whatever. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to take the movement speed from when they're far. So far jump speed equal to outmove speed times jump power. Right. So the farther you are, you can jump so high. We're going to clamp it. I think that's the way to do it. We'll just mathf.clamp at max jump speed. I'll put it at like 1,000. We'll see what happens here. So jump speed, we'll say 0 and max jump speed. Okay. Yeah, they use They use my YouTube all the time, so my YouTube is full of like, I recommend it is full of these kid videos. Oh shit. Now they switch sides. That was my biggest, I guess that snaps it. So this is gonna have a really, there's gotta be like a little bit of balancing, but okay. Jump power is 2. Max jump speed is 1,000. Let's make that 700. Okay, jump power 5. Okay, because right now giving us like some garbage jump power here. Max jump speed is that, but let's say jump power is 50. Okay, let's say 500, 5,000. That max is just doing that. Let's say 100,000. Let's not do time dot delta, or let's not do time dot delta time. I think that's messing everything up here. Oh, and also that was like divided by 10. See that? I don't think I need time dot delta time since I'm just adding it one frame. Say 5, max jump speed 1,000. Try again. Oh shit. Yep, that's more like it. All right, so let's say 2 and 700 and see what happens. And now come back down. Say 10. So jump speed will be that, okay? Even 10 is too high because we're multiplying it by this. We should, instead of that, do jump speed. Duh. You're working on a mod for GTA 5? That's cool. What are you using to mod it? Okay, so there's an issue right now. So I think when you jump, you can only go that way. Because now they're too far away. But you should still be able to move in toward each other. There's something going on where they can't move toward each other. Because when you push right arrow using the move speed, left arrow using the move speed. But when they flip sides, when you flip sides, something has to change. So here I can do this, no problem. All right, this is good. When you flip sides, everything gets fucked up. You can move as much as you want. So what I'm going to say is if you're jumping, let's say, if you're jumping, we want if jump speed, if e2 dot velocity dot y greater than 0.01. I think that's a decent number. 0.1f. Then we're going to say move speed is equal to 0. Say move speed is, say something here. Say is jumping. Is jumping equals int is jumping equal to we want to make sure, so let's say p1 is jumping. P1 is jumping equal to p1 dot velocity dot y greater than 0.1f. And if it is, then 0. And if not, then 1. Same thing for P2. My camera died. Too hot. I guess. One second, I'll put it back. Did it die? I think it had some issue there. I went dark. All right. So P2 velocity is that. And we'll do, we'll just multiply this here. So we'll say, basically this one is this one. Just multiply it by P2 is jumping. And we'll say P1 is jumping. All right. Let's make sure we have some kind of stable movement before we start making these puzzles. Okay, so now their distance for some reason is 2. And they look like they're right next to each other. The distance is 1. Oh, that was that. I was doing an if statement there. Oh, there's something that's got to be fixed. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to this tomorrow. I'll probably be on tomorrow for at least an hour. My camera froze, so that's also something. It was good to talk to you guys. Thank you for coming. I will be back tomorrow, probably around the same time to get this done. It's getting late. I got work tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you for the conversation. It was dope. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. All right. But I'm going to go to bed. Thanks for being here, guys. And hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on here. I'm trying to make another video, but in the meantime, I'm just going to stream on this Game Jam. It's only 1 week. I started late. See you guys.